So scheduling your time is something that is very important as well. Knowing, okay, your kids are in school from a certain time to a certain time in the day, and you know that this is the time that you can schedule for any business activity or appointments and things like that. So having that set is extremely helpful, because then you know, and the staff knows, and everybody knows that, okay, Clara's available from this hour to this hour, and my children know that I'm, at the business during their school hours, and sometimes even after school, depending on the day, right? And then having the availability and just, the cutoff time is extremely helpful to just, and hold those, because if you don't hold it, for example, then my daughter or my son will already have figured something out that they want to do after school. And if I'm like, oh no, but I'm running late, or something came up, or yeah, well today, just know, it's frustrating for them if they didn't get a heads up. I started looking at my kids as clients as well. Like it might sound crazy, but and they're way more important than anybody in the whole world. So I have to, as much as I respect people making appointments with me, I have to respect them, making appointments with me, so to say, or needing my time at a certain hour of the day. So that is something that is very helpful to keep in mind. And, your kids grow up so fast that you want to make sure that you invest the time, the correct time into them, because once they're grown, you can go and do whatever you need to do or want to do, and some people have regretted, not having spent enough time with their children, and that's something that I don't want to need to do. So, looking at your kids as the priority is important, because they should be your priority. If they're not, they should be. I heard someone say that he takes his kids to the business after the age of 5. They're like totally involved with the business, or he involves them as much as possible, and he'll literally take them to like conferences with other business owners, and they have to learn to sit there and listen once in a while, and especially at the age of 10, 12, and older, your kids are capable of sitting through an hour or hour and a half meeting and just listening and learning to what you're talking about and what you're saying. And it's very important for them to realize also how passionate you are about your business. And that also helps them to realize, what it is where you spend your time and where you invest your time and energy in, or even what makes you feel alive. If you go home and you say, oh yeah, I had a great day, we had a meeting with so-and-so, and this is what we talked about. No, let them come along with you and hear that out. I mean, I'm not saying that they need to be with you every day, but it is important for them to see you work. Sometimes children's ideas, you can actually use them. You can actually benefit from them having 50 million ideas. But you have to teach them, just as they're going to be adults one day and they can't just pop out whatever. Teach them to think it through. Teach them what it is that you think through when you have ideas. What is the process, your thought process of, all right, I have this idea. Is it going to work? Or like, what is your formula for your thought process to figure out if this idea is going to be good or not? And then teach them to think those through.